Imagine the roar of 80,000 fans echoing through Accor Stadium as Nathan Cleary threads the impossible pass, clinching the NRL Grand Final for Penrith Panthers. Victory tastes sweet, until the lights dim, and in the shadows of the locker room, a searing pain rips through his left shoulder, the one that's been whispering warnings all season. He powers through, lifts the trophy, smiles for the cameras. But 4 weeks later, under the sterile glare of operating room lights, surgeons slice in, Latarjet procedure, bone graft from his scapula fused to rebuild a socket crumbling under years of brutal tackles. One wrong move, and his career hangs by a tendon. What if this knife's edge wasn't the end, but the spark of something unbreakable? Hold that breath, the comeback no one dared predict is just unfolding. If that twist has your heart racing, smash that like button right now, drop a comment on your boldest sports recovery story, and subscribe to Tennis Insider for more edge-of-your-seat tales from the world's fiercest arenas, because legends aren't born, they're rebuilt. Let's dive deeper. The diagnosis hit like a thunderclap in the Panthers' inner sanctum. Nathan Cleary, the golden boy of rugby league at just 27, had been dancing with danger since round 1 of 2024. A hamstring tear sidelined him early, but it was the shoulder, a recurrent dislocation from a 2022 State of Origin clash, that turned every dummy half-run into Russian roulette. Teammates watched him grit through finals, popping the joint back in mid-play, masking agony with that trademark cool. Post-grand final euphoria faded fast, scans revealed a glenoid bone loss of over 20%, the kind that laughs at rehab tape and ice packs. Surgeons mapped the Latarjet. Harvest a sliver of coracoid process, screw it into the socket like a fortress wall, reroute the conjoint tendon to guard against future betrayals. Risks loomed large: infection, nerve damage, a frozen joint that could bench him for a year. Cleary, ever the tactician, weighed it all in a hushed Sydney clinic, his girlfriend Mary Fowler by his side, her Matilda's resilience a quiet anchor. November 4, 2024, wheels down. The blade kisses skin, and in that suspended moment, Penrith's premiership machine grinds to a halt without its conductor. Whispers ripple through the league: will the kid who orchestrated 4 straight titles return the same predator, or emerge as prey to his own body? The operating table becomes his coliseum, and as anesthesia claims him, the real battle ignites, not on the field, but in the fire of forced stillness. Weeks blur into a haze of slings and physio sessions, Cleary devouring sea moss smoothies for anti-inflammatory edge, visualizing Vegas lights while shadows of doubt claw at the edges. Teammate Liam Martin spills in interviews, he's a machine, but even machines rust. Yet beneath the scars, a fire simmers, fueled by the ghosts of grand finals past. This isn't just surgery, it's alchemy, transmuting vulnerability into velocity. As stitches dissolve and the sling drops, Cleary's first tentative toss, a rugby ball arcing toward the horizon, carries the weight of a dynasty's dawn. But suspense coils tighter, round 1 in Las Vegas beckons, 17 weeks out. Can he defy the odds, or will the shoulder rebel in neon betrayal? Deep into the rehab trenches, Cleary's world shrinks to a rhythm of reps and regressions, each day a siege on surrender. Penrith's Penrith base transforms into his personal Sparta, hydrotherapy pools where he battles buoyancy like a riptide, gym cables pulling at fresh welds in his bone. Physios chart progress with hawkish eyes: week 1, passive motion only, arm cradled like fragile porcelain. By week 4, he's shadow-punching air, sweat beading on a brow etched with focus. The Latarjet's genius lies in its permanence: no more slips, a deeper socket to cradle the humorous like a vault. But the mind? That's the wild card. Cleary confesses in a Raw podcast drop. Nights when pain flares like a flare gun, doubts swarm: am I washed? His old man, Ivan Cleary, the coach who molded him, counters with gravel-voiced wisdom drawn from his own sideline scars. Mary Fowler jets in from camps, her presence a talisman, sharing tales of ACL rebuilds that echo his grind. Nutritionists load his plate with omega-rich salmon and turmeric elixirs, chasing inflammation like a bounty hunter. Teammates rally in surprise ambushes, video calls from Vegas-bound squad mates, hyping the strip's siren call as motivation. By December, he's light jogging, shoulder humming without protest, 5 weeks post-op and already ahead of the curve. Media frenzy builds. Is this the fastest elite return ever? Cleary dodges headlines, eyes locked on metrics, range of motion hitting 90 degrees, strength tests rivaling pre-injury peaks. A pivotal surprise drops in February training footage, him threading a pinpoint grubber kick, ball spiraling true, drawing gasps from the sidelines. The league buzzes, Sharks loom in opener, Cronulla's pack primed to test the graft. Cleary's response. A sly grin, no words wasted. This phase isn't linear, setbacks ambush, a twinge in a scrum drill sends ice packs flying, hearts skipping. Yet he adapts, layering yoga flows for mobility, mindfulness apps to tame the mental maelstrom. It's storytelling in sinew, the boy who once cried after debut losses now authors his resurrection, page by punishing page. As March nears, the desert heat of Vegas mirrors his inner forge. Will the prodigal pivot reclaim his throne, or fracture under spotlights? The answer teeters on a knife's edge, sharper than any scalpel. Tennis Insider here, your pulse on the plays that redefine dynasties. Whether it's a baseline rally or a rugby raid, we unpack the unbreakable human spark. Vegas dawns electric, the Allegiant Stadium pulsing under a March sky as round 1 ignites the 2025 NRL inferno. Nathan Cleary strides out, sling long discarded, shoulder a seamless extension of will. The crowd's thunder meets his calm, 17 weeks from incision to impact, a timeline that rewrites recovery lore. Against Cronulla, he doesn't just play, he prowls. First touch, a sidestep that ghosts a defender, pass laser guided to a winger scorching 40 meters. The graft holds, bone fused like destiny. Teammates feed off it, Panthers surge, Cleary's boot curving bombs over the black dot, 3 conversions splitting uprights with surgical spite. Post-match, Ivan beams, he's not just back, he's evolved. Stats bear it out, 92% completion rate, 0 turnovers, a try assist that seals a gritty 24-16 win. But the real jolt? A late tackle jars the joint, Cleary winces, crowd inhales sharp, then shakes it off, countering with a 50-meter intercept. No dislocation, no dive, just dominance. Off-field, the narrative swells, Fowler's Instagram glows with couple shots amid recovery montages, fans dubbing them rugby's power pair. Cleary drops a memoir tease in pressers, lessons from the Or on fragility's gift. By mid-season, he's untouchable, orchestrating a 5th straight prelim push, shoulder stats mirroring his pre-op prime. Yet echoes linger, a minor niggle in Origin 2 tests resolve, but he adapts, tweaking mechanics with biomech wizards. July headlines hailed him as inspiration, Storm's Jarome Hughes eyes his blueprint for ACL woes. Cleary's verdict? Grateful chaos shaped me. As playoffs loom in September, Penrith chases history, Cleary's arch-beacon, from operating table vulnerability to Coliseum conqueror. The surgery wasn't defeat, it was the plot twist that forged a legend, reminding us all. True grit doesn't dodge the blade, it dances with it. What's next for the halfback who beat his body? Only the finals will tell, but one thing's certain, Nathan Cleary's operation was the origin of something unstoppable. Tennis Insider signing off, thanks for riding this recovery roller coaster with us. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's keep chasing those comeback kings together. What's your take on Cleary's surge? Comment below.